Hello Year 1 and Year 2, it's Mrs Hines here and I'm here to talk you through your maths for the week. So this week we've been asked to find 1 more and 1 less and 10 more and 10 less than a 2-digit number. To help me with this maths work, I've made myself some digit cards. So all I've done is got some paper and written the digits from 0 to 9 on there. If you have a dice at home, you might want to use a dice, but I've used some digit cards instead. So I thought we would start by thinking about 1 more. So first of all, have a think. When we're finding 1 more than a number, what's happening to our number? We know that if we're finding more, that our number is going to be getting bigger. So we're going to be adding to it, aren't we? It's going to get bigger. And when we're finding 1 more, we're looking for the number after our number. When we look at finding less, have a think what's happening then. So if I want to know what 1 less is, I know that my number is actually going to get smaller, and that means that I'm using the operation of subtraction. And I'm trying to find the number before my number. So now that we've recapped what more and less means, and especially when we're thinking about 1 more and 1 less, let's have a go together. So I'm going to use my digit cards to pick 2 of them so that I can get a 2-digit number. So I've got 2 and I've got a 3. So last week we were looking at partitioning numbers. So if I've got a 2 and a 3, that means I've got 23. So I'm going to start by making my number. So looking at this 2-digit number, I need 2 10s. So I've got 1 10. Now I've got 2 10s. So looking at my ones column, I need 3 1s. So I've got 1. I've got 2. I've got 3. So altogether I've got 23. So let's begin by thinking about 1 more. So we know that we're adding, our number's going to get bigger, and we're adding 1. So I'm going to get my Deans and I'm going to add 1. So let's see what we've got now. We've got 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 1 more equals 24. This time, let's see if we can work out what 1 less equals. So let's go back to our 23 so that we're not getting confused. So we want to know what 1 less than 23 is. So we know that we're taking away. We know that we're taking away 1 because our number's going to get smaller. So if I take away one of my 1s, remember, because it's 1 less, not 10 less, let's count up what we've got now. We've got 10, 20, 21, 22. So I've got the number before here, my actual number that we started with here, and the number after. But what we'll do this time, rather than using the Deans, is I'm going to draw the Deans. And I know this is something that we've been practicing in school, so we'll try with a different 2-digit number. So let me choose my cards. Oh, okay, I've got a 4. And I've got a 5. So let's have a think. We've got 45. So let's start by drawing that number. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s. Now I'm going to start with 1 more. So I know with 1 more, I'm just drawing 1 more 1. So add another 1 and we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So the next number for finding 1 less will be 46. So now let's have a look at finding 1 less. I'm going to rub that 1 out that I've added to make sure I've still got 45. And this time I'm not going to add anything. In fact, I'm going to take away, and I'm going to take away 1 of my 1s. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. And there we have it, finding 1 more and 1 less. So you might want to then just pick any number. So I've got a 2 and I've got a 6. So we've used our equipment, we've used pictures, so 26. So one more will be 27 and one less will be 25. So you might want to use the pictures first and then see if you can do it in your head. So now that we've just recapped one more and one less, it's a bit more of a challenge now to see if we can find 10 more. I'm going to look at 10 more first, then we'll look at 10 less because it is a bit trickier, so I want to look at them both separately. Remember, this time we're not adding ones, we're adding those tens. So our tens column is going to change and our ones will be staying the same. So let's have a think. I'm going to use my digit cards to help me find a number. So we're going to start, we've got a 2 and we've got a 3. So we've got the number 23. So I need to get my 2 tens and then I'm going to get my 3 ones. So I know this time that that 3 in the ones column should be staying the same. So I need to look at that tens column and add 1 10. That's all I'm doing. Getting one more 10 and adding it to my number. So you can see there, I'm going to get myself a 10 and add it so that the digit in the tens column will change. So let's add that 10 and see what we have now. So let's count up, see what we've got. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. So let's write that underneath so that we know that 33 is 10 more than 23. See if we can notice that our ones column, look, we've got a 3 there and a 3 even when we added 10 more. So that ones column has stayed exactly the same, but our tens column has changed. And we've now got more tens. We added one more 10. So we started off with 2 tens. Now we have 3 tens. So we've used the Deans. Let's see now if we can find a different 2-digit number using our digit cards. And this time, let's use a pictorial method. So I've got a 6 and I've got a 1. So we've got 61. So I'm going to begin by drawing those 6 tens and 1 1. So let's have a think about that number. Again, I'm not going to change the number of ones. I can leave that column as it is, looking at the tens column only here, where we've got a 6. And I want to add one more 10. So let's add that on. There we go. Now let's count up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 71. So you can see again that our ones column has stayed exactly the same, but you can see our tens column is changing. We started off with 6 tens, and now we have 7. So we've added one more 10. Well done, let's move on now to 10 less. Now it's time to have a think about 10 less. So we were just looking at 61, but let's go back to our number that we've used all throughout our video. Let's go back to 23. So we knew that 10 more than 23 was 33. This time we want to know what 10 less is. So we're taking away. Remember that I said when we're finding 10 more or 10 less, this column, whatever digit is in this column here, isn't going to change. It's going to stay exactly the same. So I'm going to get my tens and ones. So I've got 10, 20, 21, 22, and I've got 23. And I know that I'm not going to change anything in this column because I'm finding 10 less. So I need to look at my tens column, which is where we've got our digit 2. So I want to find 10 less, that means I need to take a 10 away. And let's count up what we've got now. 10, 11, 12, 13. So our ones are exactly the same, but now we've got one less 10. Can you see? 1 is 1 less than 2. Remember, I've not taken 1 away though, we've taken a 10 because this is our tens column. This time, let's have a go at drawing. I'm going to choose myself a new number and let's have a think. I'm going to do 58. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. And I know that those 8 ones should look exactly the same once I've found my 10 less. So I'm going to take away a 10. So I'm going to get my rubber and just take away one of those 10s. So now we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay, I'm going to give you now one last challenge. Now, this drawing that I've got on the board is something that I know we've done in year 2 before, so I expect year 2 might recognise this. Year 1, don't worry if you've not used it before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a 2-digit number using my digit cards and put them in the middle here. So I've got 59. And I want to now, in my head, see if I can find 1 less, 1 more, 10 less, 10 more. So I'll start with my 1 more and my 1 less. So 1 less than 59. So I'm looking at my ones column and counting backwards 1. And I can use my fingers to help me. So I've got 9 ones at the moment and I'm counting backwards 1, which leaves me with 8. So 1 less is 58. For 1 more, I'm thinking about the number after 59. So if I was to count on, I have 58, 59, 60. And that one's a bit trickier because our 10s and our 1s have changed. Now, 10 more and 10 less. So I know this time I should expect to see a 9 in the 1 column. So let's have a think about our 10s. So 10 less than 59 would be 49 because there's only 1 less 10. And 10 more must be 69. So you might want to have a go once you've had a practice at drawing them. See if you can do it like this in your head. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. Bye.